Hey everybody, this is video 325. We are going to try some shading of the Venn diagrams. You might want highlighters, you might want your pencil. I'm going to be crazy and do it in pen, so it might get all messy. One of the things to remember is the difference, this symbol and this symbol. This is a symbol for union. What's this one? Did I spell that wrong? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Union. This is intersection. Remember, the word for union is kind of like or. Okay, I'm already wanting to use a pencil and start over. But I got told if I use pencil, y'all can't see it very well. So, and it is. I went and bought, here's a tip. Don't buy these. These paper made eraser mates, bleh. They make a mess, I don't like them. You can buy the more expensive ones that are erasable pens, but I found out they only last a couple months. So you are stuck with me in my messy pictures. Intersections is and you got to have both parts. And the union is like, A is good, B is good, both are good. It's all fine. I always think of like union as going out for pizza with someone or going out for supper with somebody who's, easy to deal with. I want to go Italian or I want to go steak. So I could go to some place that serves just Italian. I could go to some place that just serves steak, or I can go to one that serves both. It's all good. But you might, on the other hand, have a, how shall we put it, a more fussy friend you're going out for supper with, and they're like, I want steak and Italian. So whatever restaurant you go to has to have both of those. Luigi's, maybe? I'm trying to think of restaurants in Regina. See, if we're talking about steak or Italian, you've got the Keg, you've got Chopped, you've got Canadian Brew House, you've got Luigi's, probably even Boston Pizza. But, there's a lot of places. That would be good. But if you go, it has to have steak and Italian, you're really going to limit down the number of places you're going to be able to go. All right. Anyway, let's get back. So A, union B. So A is good or B is good. So I'm going to color in A. All of A is just fine. And B is just fine. That shouldn't have been too difficult because we did that before, right? That's just ignore that part, A union B. Now, this one says B or C. So B union C union A. So that means B is good, or C is good, or A is good. So if I'm doing unions, I know I can color all of it. So there's B and C. And A. And I assume that's pretty much what you guys were expecting. And if I weirded you out because I colored them in, I don't know, I could have gone A, B, C, but I was following questions. Next question. Now, look. No more unions. This is intersection. So I have to find the part that is A, that contains A and B and C. I'm going to use a pencil for this just to show you. So if I had just that much, you guys already know that, right? That's A and B. Okay. Now, if I want to do B and C, No, I mean, not that way. Think of it in parts. Okay, so there's A and B. Now we want to know what part of that is also part of C. So my final answer is going to be that part, that little part in the middle. I'm going to erase this. Is the only part of our diagram that has, it's part of circle A, it's part of circle B, and it's part of circle C. And maybe sorry, if I use different colors, of course it's not really going to work because I colored it in darkened pencil. So imagine with me that that center part is the only part of the diagram that's going to be pink and orange and green all at the same time. I have a feeling some of these are going to take me to use pencil for it, and then we'll figure it out afterwards. And there's nothing wrong with doing the diagram and then erasing part, or afterwards writing a little note, hey, Joanne, please mark, or it's the pink part or the purple part or the whatever. So this says, I'm going to do this part first, A union B. I'm going to shade it really lightly. So I know what A union B looks like. It looks like that right there. Okay, so there's the A union B part. So it's A or B is good, but it has to have and C. So now we have to look at the part of what I just shaded and what part of that is also or has to be part of C. So if C is my circle down here, then the only part of C that I can color is going to be this part and this part. So my answer is the orange. That's what I mean, right? I guess I could just do this. Boop, boop. There. These questions are fun. Crazy part is I made them up this morning. All right, now we want B intersection C. So there's B and C. So we're looking at this. That's my part. This is a theory here. I'm going to start by doing the first two, or the first little bit with my pencil. So that's B intersection C, right? It's the overlap. And then it says, but not A. So which part do I have to get rid of? I can just get rid of it because it's a but not. So anything that's in the A circle I have to get rid of it. So away it goes. Make sense? I'm just trying to think. I'm going to try it with pens. There's my A. And there's B. And now, yeah, the pens did not make it clear at all. So we're just going to never mind that. And I'm just going to color in this part. I'm just better off with a pencil. That part. Here's your answer. Because you got the intersection of B and C was this whole kind of eyeball shaped thing, but then we had to take out that little corner there that belonged to, that had A. No more markers for me. Now we've got A, but not B union C. Well, I'm going to put this part in pencil. So there's B union C, right? And I did this one first because it's got the brackets on it. I don't know if that's, sorry, order of operations or not, but it seems like something that I can work with. So I want circle A, but not that stuff. So what I want is that curvy shape right there. I'm just going to erase this. There. Not the neatest, but it'll do. All right, if you're feeling lucky, maybe pause the video and try these yourselves, and we'll see what happens. Okay, you got to try them on your own. All right. Ooh, we got a prime there. So we got A union C. I'm going to do this part first. A, there's A, and there's C. Oops, I said that wrong. That's intersection. So what part is A and C? Well, that's right here. Now it says union B. So what am I going to color? Right? Remember, this is OR. So B is good. So that's the part inside the brackets, but then we've got the prime. So prime is not the stuff I just colored. Take my pencil or my highlighter. You could just write, not the pencil. We'd probably be okay with that. And remember, when you get the prime, it also includes the background. So I would prefer you guys do it like this, and then go green answer or something like that. Then I know what I'm supposed to look at. Yes. Yeah, didn't make it look too much neater, but you can do that too if you want. Okay, so just be aware of those prime ones. And let's try the next one. I'll fess up, I made these questions myself without actually, I was just, I don't know, random, I don't want to say quite randomly typing stuff, but fairly close. So let's see what happens with this. First of all, we want A intersection C. Okay, we had that from before. That's this part. Okay, so that part is good. And then we want union B prime. So it's almost the same question, but see how I moved the bracket. So now I can have or, because that's what union means, B prime, which means anything but B. I don't want to do this. Now, nasty. I want B prime. So that's everything but B. I want to be really clear because it started out with A intersection C. That little chunk that poked in there, just like that, that's also part of our solution because it's the pencil stuff I drew or the green stuff I just colored. So we'll now just make it all green and it's good. So slightly different picture. All right, and the last one. We want B prime intersection C prime. I don't know, let's do it. Let's try it with pencil first. So I know B prime is everything but B, okay? So a quick scribbly bit. There we go, there's B prime, everything but B. And then it says intersection, so that's and at the same time, it has to be C prime, which means everything but C. So C prime, I don't want to mess it up. Okay, so I'm going to leave B out because I know that's not part of my answer. So basically what we're going to have is the background and that little part of A. And I do need to, in this case, erase this one. Okay, I want to show you an alternate because this one it got complicated for me. One way to do these, and I hope I've showed you this before. If you have the intersection, the and symbol, is you can do each drawing individual. Okay, so this is B. So then B prime looks like that. That's what I drew before. Now, if I do C prime, and this is C down here, with me? So because it says and, what it's actually asking is, if I took this picture and this picture and put them right on top of each other, superimpose them, which ones would be colored both times? So I can see in both pictures, my background is covered, okay? I can see in both pictures that chunk of A is colored, but I have to leave this one out because B prime, this chunk of B isn't colored in both pictures, and this chunk of C isn't colored in both pictures. And remember, intersection means and or both, so you've got to have them two colored. All right, end of question. And that was, again, video 325.
Have a marvelous day.